This is the Waitrose Cookery School. Welcome to my top table. My next guest was once described as a chef with true grit. She's a trailblazer for women in the restaurant world and one of the most gifted chefs of her generation. My guest is Angela Hartnett. Angela, welcome.
Thank you.
Let's explore your family background. Irish-Italian family. I guess that the Italian side is where the cooking comes from,
Yes,
is it? Not the Irish side.
Well, you know, there's a bit of cooking on the Irish side, but mainly the Italian side.
And what was the influence in the family?
Well, the influence was second generation, I suppose. I'm second generation Italian. My grandparents came over from Italy. They went to Wales, South Wales.
Why Wales?
Who knows? We've asked that question many a time, but it's very much that immigration story of someone goes, one brother goes. So my grandfather went, he then brought his two brothers over, they married other women, they brought their brothers over. So you ended up with literally hundreds of Italians in South Wales. And then my mother was born in South Wales and then moved up to London. And, you know, and the influence was always there, although they ran fish and chip shops, ice cream parlours and cafes.
That was a tradition, was it?
Well, the irony that, you know, they're cooking some of the most amazing food at home and then they go and open a fish and chip shop. I think I'm sort of slightly confused. I'm never quite... But that's how it all started.
So the influence was your nan, wasn't it?
Yeah,
because your mum, your father had died, your mum had to go out and work, and she was the breadwinner, so you went to see your nan. And what kind of cook was she?
Well, I think she always bought the best ingredients she could afford. You know, it's that ethos of nothing wasted. You bought the best ingredients for it, and you bought proper ingredients. You know, I was sent back as a kid at 8 or 9 if things were substandard, you know, and I used to spend pocket money buying extra veg because I was too embarrassed to go back and say your stuff is rubbish. You know, you did, and you'd always go in the fridges, and she never wasted anything, but she didn't believe in cling film, so everything had a saucer on, and you would just lift all these saucers and find different things to eat. So, you know, it's the generation of the post-war.
Yes.
You know, you didn't waste anything. Exactly. You used the whole animal. You know, food was part of life. Food was about sitting around the table. And it was about being with your family. Yes. You know, you always sat down. We never, as children, watched TV and had a meal. You know, it was unheard of. And we never had a meal without all of us being at the table. That was my mother's thing. You know, we could go to clubs till 3 in the morning, but we had to be home for dinner before we went to the club, you know, and that was the, you know, and I like that.
And given that kind of background then, did you want to be a chef from a very early point in your life?
I think I wanted to own a business. I like the idea, you know, I was... my brother was very academic and also quite lazy and never wanted to have a Saturday job or anything like that. But I did. I worked in the fish and chip shop. I did a paper round and all the rest of it. So I like the idea of having my own business and having the freedom of it. I never really thought about being a proper chef, I suppose, until I started working for Gordon and realised what was entailed. Because, you know, it's a very hard job. It's lots of long hours. And then I went for it, you know, and I love it. It was
working with Ramsay in those days. Before Gordon was the star he is now, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But renowned for working. I mean, tell me how hard you work. What kind of a week was it?
We started at 7 in the morning, 5 days a week. We finished at midnight every day. We probably had half an hour break during the afternoon, and then on a Saturday, which was considered a lie-in, you started at midday and you still worked till 12, and then you had Sunday off. And it always used to amuse me on a Monday morning. So you had one day you worked 6 days. Gordon would come in on Monday and go, "How's your weekend?" And I was like, what weekend? I spent 9 hours in bed and I saw daylight at 4 o'clock. There was no weekend. But when I was looking for work in London, he was the guy that was just starting out.
Yes, he had the reputation.
Yeah, and he was the one to work for. You know, he was the best chef in London at the time. After Marco, Gordon, it was his era.
Yes, that's right. But did you ever feel there was a moment in time when you couldn't take any more of it?
Oh, you know, I wanted to do a year. And once I got to doing that year, that was enough for me. You know, it was long hours, it was exhausting, you know, and there were times where you just thought, I can't be bothered to come back here. But I never wanted to give up, and I was never gonna not turn up to work or walk out, because so many people did that, and I'm so glad I never did. I used to dream, though, on a Monday morning when I cycled to work that, you know, the place had burnt down, or someone had lost the keys, or there'd been a massive power cut, and we didn't, you know, and Gordon, I told him once, he said, "Thanks, Angela." I said, "But Gordon, it was horrible. It was not a good time." So, you know, it was hard. It was exhausting. I did go down 3 dress sizes, so it had its benefits, you know. So.
In many ways, the worst was yet to come, which is the Connaught Hotel, wasn't it? Because he took over this gentleman's club, which basically it was, all very old-fashioned. Gordon's idea and your idea was to transform the cuisine. Tell me of the hostility that you received.
Oh, well, I recently met Stephen Fry, actually. He was very hostile to me
Was he?
about it. Yes,
Was he?
he was. He was. I mean, he's lovely, Stephen. And he said, but he was quoting the paper, they're about to ruin it and turn it into a pizzeria. And I said, you know, that was never our intention. And he never came. Anyway, he's since come to Murano and loved it. But it was interesting. Yeah, it was, as you say, a gentleman's club. You know, up until probably 30 years ago, you were invited to stay at the Connaught. You didn't book, you were invited. And there were people that have been coming for years and years and years. And people would ring up and literally go, is she there? Has she not been left yet? And then my receptionist, Lily, would go, you obviously don't like her. You obviously don't like the restaurant. Why are you booking a table? But people love the Connaught, you know. And I was screamed at by some customers telling me I had ruined it and, you know, it was awful and what I had done and all the rest of it. And it was like, you know, what do you do? But we won most of them over. I would say we won 90% of them over. And there was some great 3 American guys that always came and stayed for 2 weeks. They were all lawyers in Chicago. And he came and he tried it out by himself one time and he emailed his friends and he said, you know what, she can cook, it's good. They haven't ruined it. And also we had to change. We embraced some of the older staff that had been working there for years.
They wouldn't like the change, yeah.
They stayed. And we realised, you know what, I went in there going, I'm never going to put Dover sole and smoked salmon on the menu. But you know what, if someone wants smoked salmon, we're going to give them smoked salmon. And, you know, and it's a great thing you learn about hospitality. And that's what was and still is amazing about the Connaught. If you wanted a roast chicken at 3 in the afternoon, that's what you got. And that's what being in this business is about. So it taught me a lot of things.
Where do you find yourself now? You what 2 restaurants now? You 2 new restaurants.
I've got 2 new restaurants.
Murano, of course, that's the centrepiece of your empire. Then 2 more. Where do you stop? I mean, when does it become a kind of business rather? Well, it's not business, of course it is. But where do you lose control of it, do you think?
Well, you never want to lose control of it, I suppose. That's the ultimate answer. But I think you can keep going as long as you've got the great network of staff. I think ultimately that's it. I can manage 3, 4 restaurants by myself. But if I start to go and expand, you need an exec chef, you need support, you need the business side of it. You know, and we have all that in place, so we could do more.
Yes.
And I think you want to do ones that you feel are right for you and are going to work with you. I only want to do so much. You know, I don't want to keep going forever. So, you know, 3 or 4 may be great and we'll see where we go from there. And never say never, really.
Because the problem is, isn't it, that the public, generally speaking, some of them at least, have a perception, no matter how many restaurants you have, that you're cooking in every one at the same time.
Indeed they do.
So there's a problem there, isn't there?
Well, it is. It's amazing when people go, oh, my God, you're here. And sometimes you think, OK, that's good. And then you think, well, actually, I do work a hell of a lot. You just haven't seen me. Yeah, I think, you know, people do think Jamie Oliver's in all his restaurants, you know, and it's not possible. So I think I think what you do is have to be clear about it. And I think they do it very well in America. You know, you look at someone like Danielle or Jean-Georges, they've got 10, 15 restaurants each in New York. And they make it clear that's where I cook. Everywhere else has got a head chef, and I think that's what I do. You know, Diego runs Murano, Sam runs the cafe, Neil runs Merchants, and as long as you're clear, there are people in charge. You just, you know, you're the puppet master. Pull the strings.
Now, what are you going to cook for me?
We're going to do chicken Milanese, which is breaded chicken with a lovely rocket watercress salad and some sauteed potatoes. Simple, but something I would have eaten lots and lots of times as a child.
So throw back to where you started.
Exactly.
Excellent. Thank you, Angela, very much indeed. I look forward to that. Thank you. So, Angela, back to your childhood, just as Grandma used to make it, eh?
Yes, indeed, yeah. So if you don't mind battering the chicken for me, giving it a good old whack.
Good whack.
Think of someone who's wound you up recently and, you know, imagine. So what we're doing there...
paper thin, or what?
Yeah, we're doing not too thin, but what we're doing is tenderising it slowly. So, you know, it's going to be easier to cook. And then we get a nice... Let's have a look where we are there.
I guess you do this left-handed while cooking with the right hand, do you?
Yeah, that's it.
Right?
OK, that's fine, yeah. So
Good.
we'll give that a good... Take that off now.
Yeah.
Oops, all this paper away. And then what we're going to do is dip it in flour, egg and breadcrumbs.
Now?
Yep, that's fine, you see that.
OK.
I'm just going to cook these, put these in the oven, and then we'll get some oil in here. And then you're going to be in charge of the cooking. You OK with this? The responsibility.
I love the confidence you have in me. And then?
Yeah, let's get it hot. I'm very eager. Bit of patience.
I like the sound it makes.
Right, I'm going to stick these in the oven. OK, they can cook. Yeah, right.
In now, then?
In now. Yeah, let's go.
Right.
In now. That's it. So it's starting to sizzle. Perfect.
Okay.
You want a bit of
Not
cloth?
in your cup now, Evan, that's for sure.
There you go, my dear. Right, and now I'm going to make a little bit of what we call salsa verde. So it's a little bit like a green sauce. A few little capers in there.
Capers are nice and potent, aren't they?
Well, yeah, they'll give it a little bit of acidity.
Yeah.
Then we're going to put a little bit of the liquid of the anchovies and a bit of the chopped.
I love anchovies
Oh,
again.
God,
It's
I
that
do.
very sort of stark taste, isn't it? Love
I
it.
could just eat them on the, just eat them by themselves,
Yeah.
you know, a little bit of toast and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, it's great. Right, we'll just have a little check how this is doing. Yeah, that's good.
So when you turn it over, what colour is it?
We're looking for a
there?
nice golden brown
Golden
colour.
brown. Uh-huh.
Not burnt, just nice and golden brown. That's that one there.
This is a very low heat you're cooking this on.
Yeah, we might. You know what we might do is move it to that one, which is a higher heat. Well, it's sort of a bigger surface
Bigger,
area, so
yeah.
that, excuse me, I'm just going to... That one there, a little bit of vinegar in the salsa verde, and then we're going to have some parsley. So who does the cooking at home? I love that.
That's why I've got a restaurant. Let me just put it that way then.
That was it. That's the best
Mary
way.
used to be, I mean, when Mary was like the mum cook, you know.
Yeah.
And with 3 boys, you can imagine, can't
Oh, my
you?
God, it must have been a lot
Eat
of...
their own
yeah.
potatoes every meal they sat down.
Exactly, yeah.
But but then she gave up.
No.
When we got the restaurant, she said, no, that's it.
Enough, yeah.
that's
I
it.
don't blame her. Enjoy the time now. Enjoy all the grandkids and all the rest of it.
Well, that's a nice thing to have for the family as well, a restaurant of your
Yeah.
own. You know, you can just go there and muck around and
Yeah, it
eat
works.
good food.
Yeah, so we just... Yep, that's good. So we're good with that. We're going to add a little bit of butter, just for a little bit of flavour there. Then the final thing is a touch of vinaigrette. So just, again, a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of white wine vinegar.
So where is all this going, all these? So they're going in the
So this
pile,
is just
yeah.
going to go... We're going to put a little bit of the salsa verde on the side.
Yeah.
This is going to go on top of the rocket and
Right.
parmesan
Uh-huh.
here. Right, I'm going to steal my little implement off you. That's it. And we give it a little base.
Well, it looks fantastic.
I hope you like chicken.
I do like chicken.
Otherwise, it's not going to happen. I remember one time I thought, you know, being a good Catholic girl, I thought I'll give up something for Lent, and I thought I'd try and give up meat. And then I went round to my grandmother's and she put one of these in front of me and it was just, forget it. Sorry, God, it's not going to happen this
End
with
of
Lent,
ambition,
you know.
yeah.
And actually then you think, give up something you don't really like, you know, and then it's going to work.
Yeah.
Right, we're just going to let it, we'll plate, get everything ready. So, no, it's true, things are, and we put this on the menu at Cafe Murano, and literally at lunchtime, you'll sell, I don't know, you do 100 covers, you'll sell 40.
Really?
I know, it's incredible,
Yeah.
because it's just one of those things that people think, you know what, this is just good. We're going to put a bit of that on the plate, just like so. You see, it was all calm and nice and neat. Get our potatoes out. So there's where our garlic and rosemary's gone. And then we're ready to go. Check the seasoning for me. Good? I think it's all in the battering of the chicken. I think you've done such a good job of pounding. Right. A few little potatoes. And I think add the bit of the garlic. I think that makes it as well, because you can squeeze over that onto your bit of potato. And we're just going to drain this slightly. And just finally, we'll just add a little bit of parmesan on our
It's another
salad.
great, wonderful invention.
I mean, it's very homely. It's very, as you see. And I always like to add a little bit of, just a touch of lemon on the side. Just if you want to squeeze that. And then you can serve it with a bit of the salsa verde. I think I've made this plate very big, haven't I? There's a lot of food there. I hope you are hungry. OK.
That's wonderful. Right then. Chicken and Milanese.
I know. This is a proud moment for me.
Is it?
My mother, when I tell her, she will be very happy. She did this thing once. It was all in the national papers. And it was like the top female chefs. It was 20 people. She rang me up. She said, oh, Angela, well done. You're on the same page as Delia. I thought that was it. She's like, you know, forget about it. So you're on the same page as Julie. I said, thanks, Mum.
Listen, you're on the same page as the best of them.
Yeah.
Male or female, this one's beautiful.
Thank you,
It's brilliant.
Giz. Bon appetit.